Hello, and hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. We are the false proud. It has been a gloomy moment. It's been a gloomy ride for Arsenal, especially with Fulham game. But I think Arsenal bounced back. But still, we are a chill team. We're still doing well, and it's all good. So let me introduce today's guest, as usual, Aarush, Salman,
So,
Parth, and Raja. Hey guys, how have you been?
good, man.
All good, bro.
Good, yeah.
One
Yeah, not bad.
one second, 1 second. I think yeah, there has been a little bit disturbance on my side. 1 second. I think I'm sorted out. Yeah. Okay. So how have you guys been? It's been a busy or a stressful week as an Arsenal fan.
The
Yeah,
moment Arsenal draws or loses a game, the week just turns crap, man. I can't lie.
True, true, true. Well, let's just start off the stream to be very honest. After many chances, after doing so much, still on the losing side, we have United. I honestly do not know how Manchester United ended up losing the game at home against Forest. Did you guys watch the
Yeah,
match? At least highlights?
I watched the whole 90.
Yeah. Or what did you think about the match?
The first half, United played like a team that was managed by Amarin. The second half, United just decided to go back to its normal self, and they were
Mhm.
conceding the same kind of errors. They were just being the old United, the United that we know.
Right, 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 right. And did you guys watch the Europe game? Because I was genuinely shocked about how they conceded as well. I think Onana's
I
is truly, truly back.
I
Like,
I watched the first half and it was a snooze fest, man. I have no idea about the second half. The first
right,
half
right.
was
Mm-hmm. I mean, I watched the highlights. I was honestly like kind of happy that Onana is back to his true form. That is, that is like conceding in the most shittiest way possible. When you know that your team cannot handle passing at the back, but to be very fair, it was his own mistake. Dillit could not do much there, and then the opponent scored. And obviously, I mean, if you saw the highlights, Hoyland did score twice, but I think he could have scored at least 3, 4 times as well. Initially, when he got chances, or even Mount could have scored. To be fair, I don't remember if you guys saw the match, but yeah, that was United's weekend, and then we have probably the funniest one.
Hmm.
Man City's UCL. Man City were on a run initially, like they won 3 games in a row, right? And after that, they've not won anything. And to see them in this position, I think if you look at the Champions League table, they're I think 3 or 4 spots out of, I mean, away from relegation from the entire
yeah.
tournament.
The
Did you guys
22nd,
watch?
yeah, I think the 22nd or something.
22nd, yeah, exactly. Did you guys watch this match? Anyone?
No,
Not
no, I
really.
haven't watched this match, but I'm just
Mhm.
excited for the next match because it's PSG Man City, and
Right.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a shootout now between those two.
and to be
True,
honest,
true,
more than
true.
that, there's United versus City as well that is coming up
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
like there's a
Yeah.
saying in football, like generally when two good teams play each other, it's be a boring match. But when
Mm.
two bad teams play each other, it's generally a really good team, a really good game. So I think it's gonna be a really fun game, the derby.
Right,
Oh
right, right.
man.
I'm kind of
That
excited.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Tell Raja what's up.
Yeah, I did watch some highlights from the game.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're the kind of guy who watches that one player in the entire game, right? Who did you focus on that game?
He's a Yildiz,
no,
bro.
clearly, I was focusing on Vlahovic.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Not that
We have
bad, bro.
we,
I saw.
He did score, yeah.
I think Scholes tweeted or posted about Yield.
About Yildiz. Who the fuck is
Yeah.
Yildiz?
He didn't know who Yield
Bro,
is.
Keenan
Oh,
Yildiz.
really? He's their star boy, like our version of Saka
Yeah,
for
I know.
Juventus. Yeah.
Turkish legendary, bro.
Any
mm-hmm.
guy who's watching football constantly knows who Yield is. I was shocked with
Mm-hmm.
that statement.
He's
Yeah.
quite good.
Right, right.
He's like,
Um,
And I'm kind of glad that Blahovic scored. Though he's been, I mean, there obviously when Blahovic scores or any Arsenal linked player scores or does well, what is the first thing that happens? He's rumored
You'll see a
and
link the next day.
linked yeah, linked to the
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, if we are a serious institution, like we should not consider signing Vlahovic.
Same. I mean, after the way he treated everything, I do
No,
not
not
want.
even that. Like just on the options available for us, like I don't think he's
Hmm.
the guy.
Yeah.
True.
Options, Raja, Sesko and options or like options.
And considering other options, yeah.
Right, right.
And coming to this game, City, I don't know, man, what happened to them. They look toothless
Mm-hmm.
completely when attacking. Juventus are quite good defensively this season. Like they've been really
Uh-huh.
good under Thiago Motta. Really solid structure.
And they
Mm.
haven't lost a game as well, I think.
No,
Oh,
no,
They've
they
just
did
been
lose, but
drawing games or winning them. I mean, they've drawn
yeah,
majority of the games
they're
lately.
moving like early
mm,
stage Arteta, like where we were like just sitting back and like just
Yeah.
playing on the counter and kind of
mm,
in that style, like so defensive.
mm,
City did find it hard, and they're really slow in build up. I don't know what's gone wrong for them. Like
That's
And
they
they were
true.
very
they look a
lucky to
shadow
pull
of a
off a
team.
draw. They were very lucky to pull off a draw versus Crystal Palace last weekend as well, because
mm.
Uh-huh.
they had a couple
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
moments that Palace could have actually won the game, but then somehow Rico Lewis managed to pull one back, and it was a 2-2 draw.
Mm, mm,
I personally
Yeah,
feel that
Vivek's.
this entire debate or whatever discussion about Rodri is kind of overblown. I think the way City are
Yeah,
playing, it's like, yeah, obviously they miss Rodri, but it's not something which should create this much issue in such a world class team.
mm,
I
mm,
personally feel it's more like their tactics a bit getting stale now. Like
mm,
teams, excuse me, so like teams kind of know what to do against City. Like they know
right.
that City is very slow in build up. So if we
Mm,
just don't make a mistake or don't uh, tempt ourselves to attack them, then they will
mm,
give us chances on the counter.
right.
And a lot of their defense has been found out now. Like
Mm,
especially Kyle Walker. I've always kind of said this fact that I feel Kyle Walker is really overrated. He has pace, but he's not a good defender in my opinion. And I think
mm,
now it's coming out that when he can't really hang on to his defense, he's getting the most exposed for the. So
mm.
I
yeah.
think this just I think
I
it's
think I think Dr. Vivek it nicely puts it in the end. Like those 2 points dropped, two stones header hurts even more. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Vivek.
Exactly
Yeah,
that I said
right.
before this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. It was
yeah, but I
absolutely.
feel that
Mm,
I just feel that City are in that phase where when you have continued success, there'll be 1 or 2 seasons or one season where it's like you need to reset again, and I
mm,
think they will.
true,
Uh-huh.
true.
If they,
Yeah.
Also, the defense has let them down because it's been like almost every game that the back four has been changing, and there's been no
Mm,
consistency in that. And that is one of the main reasons why they've been conceding a lot of goals lately.
I mean,
right,
that's
right.
those kind of logical points only apply to City discussions. Is the same fact has been happening to us, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. The next game that we had, Liverpool didn't have a Premier League game, by the way, guys. They were
Yeah.
supposed to play the last Merseyside derby at Everton's home, but yeah,
We,
weather had other plans, and it's not like Arsenal or Liverpool or City capitalize on that. And Liverpool are on a run, 6 out of 6, by the way, top of the
Yeah.
UCL table, top of the Premier League, and like
the
the
worst
title
part.
says, Liverpool are pulling away. Did you guys get a chance to watch this game?
Yeah, I did
The
watch
Not
the
really.
highlights,
structure.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What did you guys
it
think?
was a it was quite a good game. It was evenly fed in my opinion. And
Mm,
Allison did very well coming back and saved their ass, to be honest, because
true,
he had
true.
some quite good saves, and most of them were
Mm,
in the box as well. And they did manage
mm,
to get a lucky penalty which they put away, but it was
yeah.
an even Steven game, to be honest.
Mm, mm. I did see that miss from Girona as well. I'm sure when they play against Arsenal, they will make sure that they will score. I'm very sure of
Yeah.
that.
Is it a home game for us?
No, I think we're going to Girona's home. We're going to Girona's home.
Away.
Hmm,
Yeah.
tricky.
After this, we have the Chelsea's game. To be very honest, uh, these the North London derby. I
No.
slept. So I watched the Arsenal game. I was disappointed. I was like, you know what? I'll just see few minutes of the London Derby because London Derby, right? Who will not watch? Spurs scored two. I was like, okay, fine. Everything's done. Might as well go to sleep. I went to sleep. I got up to 3-4, 3-4. And let me not get into prediction that you guys made. By the way, I have that. I have that in the very end. We'll go to that. But what do you guys think about this? This specific tweet though. People calling someone penalties when he scores penalties to calling a player cold because he does it for the same reason. I'll go to Parth. Parth, what do
English
you
and white
think?
privilege prevails every time.
Don't you think the penalty was a bit
For
cold?
anyone who watched the game, he would agree with me that Cole Palmer ghosted for the entire 90 minutes, got two penalties, scored two goals, and he was deemed to be the player of the match. Because why not?
Ah, mm-hmm. I mean, don't you think that was a very good penalty though?
Yeah, yeah.
It is a
Cold as fuck.
penalty. Uh, it's
I
good
mean,
for his brand. I mean, yeah, good.
Right. I
I
mean,
wouldn't say just a penalty in this era where
it's
set pieces are being
So yeah, yeah,
talked
yeah.
about so
If
much.
if if, if
But
set
it was a
pieces are looked down upon, then penalties I don't think should be considered a part of the game. So yeah, it's
mm-hmm.
it's it's 3-2 Spurs won the match. Simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm,
My whole
I mean,
turning point regarding it's not just penalties. It's when England went to the Euro finals and there was a huge backlash when Saka, Rashford, and Sancho, I think, yeah, they missed the
Yeah,
penalties.
we
So
we
yeah,
we don't talk about that here.
I mean, we just have to put context. I
we
mean,
talk about it as a motivational story for Saka.
I mean, I know they're rival fans, but we just have to talk facts
No,
in
I
this.
want to like
Yeah.
talk about that tweet. Like, yeah, I agree that they don't talk about Palmer's penalties as much as Bruno Fernandes when he used to score a lot. But I think it's more of the case that Palmer brings a lot apart from his penalties. Like he does score his penalties, but when Chelsea play good, it's because Palmer is on fire. But when especially if you look at Bruno Fernandes for the last 2 3 years, it's like he scores penalties, but he doesn't do anything apart that. Like he's not bringing much to the table, even though he's a captain, and he's a captain. As a captain, also he's very suspect in his body language. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, I think that's the case where sometimes when you're bringing some things other than the penalties, it gets hidden. But when you're only bringing penalties, then yeah, people will talk about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cole
And
In
Cole
the
Palmer is a Cole Palmer is a very good player as long as he's given space to function in. The
mm,
moment you put two players on him, he won't be able to do anything, and that is quite visible in the matches he plays against the Big
true,
Six. This
so
was
true.
his first contribution against the Big Six, and it was two
Mm,
penalties.
mm-hmm. And nicely, this fun fact, I missed this by the way. I only got to know this about like few hours.
Yeah,
Fun fact: the first two goals scored by Tottenham in the match were due to the new
Yeah,
defective Puma shoes. Kukureya scored for the first half, and they made him
that was
slip
hilarious.
twice.
Even
and he
Yeah.
actually
even
he put a
posted it.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
he
that.
put a
yeah.
story
In the
after the
bin.
game, throwing the shoes in the dustbin or something.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm. I mean, I didn't understand that obviously because I was not aware of all this, but I just got to know a few hours back. But yeah,
But
the
that's a very bad show to Puma when they were trying to market their shoes through Cucurella.
right, right. But the all important thing, the Smith Saka derby or the Haaland derby, or some would say Arsenal 2.0 versus Arsenal B team, whatever. In the end, it was a 1-1 draw. Um, where do you
Yeah,
want to start? Do you want to start with the
I
emotional
think we
part
should
of
start
it?
with the
predictions.
lineups.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll talk about just the emotion part of it for now. I have stats. I have all stats in one slide for you guys. But let's just talk about emotions. What went through your minds?
Let's go one by one.
We'll start with you, Raja.
Okay. Um, we lacked conviction, man. Like I don't know Arteta why he does this when we play against like defensive managers, especially someone like Marco Silva.
Mm,
Um, we look lost all the time. Like we know from the beginning, like after watching like 5 to 10 minutes, it feels like we are not going to score a goal. Like you can just get the vibe from watching that. It's
mm,
always like this. We lack cutting edge most of the times. I don't know when Arteta will fix up, but this is my biggest complaint when it comes to Arteta.
Hmm. Okay. What about the rest of you? Do you guys agree with the same thing, or did you guys think that we actually looked like the team to score and to win the game?
Want me to go next?
right?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Arush.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll go.
So,
So,
yeah.
so to be honest, looking at the lineup,
Hmm.
there was actually lots of talks of Miles Lewis-Kelly or Kieran Tierney getting his debut at left back. But what
Hmm.
Arteta chose was playing Partey at right back and shifting Timber to left back, which
Hmm.
eventually made us cost the game with a right footer on the left hand side. And
Hmm.
we saw it during the whole game how, like Raja said, we weren't clinical. We lacked the
Hmm.
conviction and we couldn't make the difference through it and score goals.
Right.
Although we conceded a goal which shouldn't have gone in on another day and we restricted them to the least of chances, we
Hmm.
still managed to lose the game. And this is where, again, like Raja said, Arteta is to be blamed on how he takes these decisions.
True.
And we were lucky to get a goal, and we were very unlucky to not score the amount of chances we had, to be honest. And
Hmm.
those were quite clear-cut chances, and it was a very solid performance defensively because not a lot of teams can keep Fulham's attack on just 2 or 3 shots in a whole game,
Yeah.
and Arsenal
Right.
managed to do that. But we still managed to concede as well, so it doesn't happen against the best of sides as well.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
on another day, we could have done better. I wasn't very upset with the game. I was just upset with Arteta's decision making, to be honest, and
Right.
also for the fact that Martinelli was being the scapegoat yet again.
Uh, Good point to like stop for now. Like Dr. Vivek said, either Silva has Arteta's number or Arteta respects Silva a lot.
No, this was a this was a different game than the one we had last season, man. We were just outplayed on
Hmm.
New Year's Eve. So
Okay.
this was
Hmm.
more of the game was more on Arteta this time because the
Hmm.
11 that we put out, it was I have no idea why Thomas Partey slots in as the right back and plays the entire 90. So the
Hmm.
thing is, when you've got a connection of Timber, Odegaard, and Saka on the right hand side, why
Right.
disturb it?
Hmm.
And the problem, all the games where there has been, where we have been toothless, kind of toothless in attack, it has been when there hasn't been light-footed players on one side. So what we have been doing is Timber, a right-footed fullback, is playing as the left back.
Right.
Declan Rice, a right-footed midfielder, is playing as the LCM, and Martinelli is right-footed, playing on the left-hand side, which is not an issue as
Hmm.
long as the ones who are supporting him are left-footed, which has not been happening.
Okay.
And also, Arteta for a long time has been reactive to the game state rather than being proactive. And that is another reason why we drew that game. Because he could have got on Lewis Kelly earlier, he did. It was like, and I don't even think
I'd
Lewis
rather
Kelly
not
played.
comment on Lewis Kelly because we didn't know what his injury was and was he really fit to start the game
Hmm.
or even make the bench, to be honest.
I mean,
But
Exactly.
even Tierney could have come
I would
on,
have liked
man.
to see Tierney, to be honest, in that game.
Even
Yeah,
even what?
Tierney.
Tierney. Hmm.
Tierney.
So what? So far from what Raja, Aarush, and Parth have told me is that one, team lacked conviction. The team selection was wrong as per you guys, and what's the other one? Uh, but that's what team selection and conviction was missing, and Arteta was
Zini
not.
was injured for the
The
Fulham game.
substitutions.
Arteta was reactive but not proactive, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Salu, what do you think?
No, I have a quick question before I say my. Is was Zini injured for the game or
Yeah,
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 he
Zini was
didn't
injured.
Zini
travel the squad.
Calafiori.
okay?
Zini and
Yeah,
Calafiori.
so yeah, I felt it's like one of those games. See, I think the problem right now is because of Liverpool's run.
Hmm.
Every game it becomes like everyone thinking every game is a
Master.
must-win game, which
Hmm.
Yeah,
is true in a way, but some it's highly impossible. Like you go and win every game from
Hmm.
now till the end of the season,
Hmm. Hmm.
and these games will happen. To be honest, this is a kind of a game where I think other if you play this game another 10 times a season, we'll probably win 9 times, and we'll only
Right.
draw the to the ones
Right.
because because I think there were many chances, especially like which fell to Trossard's side.
Partey's header. Partey
mm,
had a free header, he shot wide.
Yeah, so
exactly.
in many of those games they
Mm,
probably scored those chances.
mm,
Number two, I kind of felt the team selection was okay, but I felt
mm,
the substitutions were at the wrong time. Like, because when Trossard was coming into the game and he was actually being the best player for those 10-15 minutes in the second half,
mm,
Arteta subbed him off, which I didn't understand. Because anyways, either you start Martinelli or you don't start him, because it didn't make sense to me, that
mm,
substitution. And
At
then Havertz was actually troubling their back line, and I
mm,
get Havertz is playing a lot of minutes, but we were playing Monaco in the Champions League. We could have rested Havertz, which he eventually did anyways. So he
right.
rested Havertz anyways in Monaco, and then he didn't play him the 90 against Fulham.
The
And he was
problem is even resting Havertz causes a lot of problems for us because Gabriel Jesus is just not it.
you know,
So
I
for
agree.
us it isn't that, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Against Fulham, we needed Havertz to play 90 because he was troubling them. He was the only player who was trying to link up our attack. And
Right.
then, yeah, and I thought
But
Zinni was on the bench, but he is not on the bench, so
no,
it
he
makes
wasn't with
sense.
the
Yeah,
squad.
if he was on
I'll
the,
tell you all something. I'll
yeah,
tell you something we could have done that game was basically we saw Havertz attracting both the centre backs during the game. We saw
Mm,
Rice play quick passes to Trossard, make those second striker runs as well,
Yeah, yeah,
which you
yeah.
mm,
eventually wouldn't expect him to make. So what
that's
we
good.
could have actually done would be to play Havertz as a LCM this time around, attract
mm,
those runners, make let him also overlap and underlap, and also
mm,
shift if you're making a substitution shift Trossard to center forward and let Martinelli play on the left foot
That
because
was going to be
with
my
an
next
overlap
point.
it would
Like,
work.
mm,
the time last year where we scored the most goals was when we were able to shift Trossard and Havertz a lot. And
mm,
since
Yeah,
the period of February is got over, and he's never used that lineup again. Like,
mm,
I've never seen him use it, which doesn't make sense to me. I get it
mm,
that you want to be unpredictable, but there's unpredictability and there's just too much tinkering with the lineup. I don't
totally.
understand when Partey has been the best player in our midfield this season, you're
mm,
playing him at right back. Like you're not trying to utilize his good period
Just
of form.
just
And
right.
restricting Odegaard and Saka's output, man. They
and
Mm,
won't be able to do much. And also the fact that we were RHS dominant to such an extent that all our attackers and midfielders literally shifted to the right hand side for the entire second half.
mm,
Martinelli was open, but there was nobody who was even trying to find him. It was all give the ball to Saka, let him do something, and Saka had almost like three men on him. And like,
And
mm,
what is
Robinson
he
was
going
very
to do?
aggressive against him also.
mm,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I
and
think.
my final point would be that,
Mm,
and this is one point which I agree with Raja, and I kind of feel that this is a big problem with Arteta. He respects every side a lot. Like, there should be a difference in the level of respect you have for a big six side or a top side in Europe and
mm,
versus when you play a smaller team. I agree that you need to not throw everything at them. That doesn't make sense also. But he over respects the smaller sides.
mm,
Like sometimes it's okay to concede one to them, but let's just go and attack and score four or five. We can easily score 3-4 against Fulham. But he
mm,
is so scared of conceding the second goal or the one goal that he just makes his defensive setup too much.
Arteta just sticks to his principles in these kind of games. Arteta has never been a guy who will look at scoring goals after goals after goals. He's more of a manager who would like to get a lead and then consolidate it.
mm, mm.
That's the
But then
reason.
I think we need to change that mentality if you want to
Well, what
do.
do you think about Dr. Vivek's point? Our wingers should swap
Makes
a
sense.
few times in the game when there's a deadlock. I remember Martinelli eating up Everton's left hand side last season. What do you guys think?
And this used to happen a lot earlier back in Arteta's days when he used to
Yeah,
give the roaming license
Mm,
to both the wingers to actually shift. And like he
mm,
said against Everton last season, I remember
mm,
Nelly was playing right wing as well and getting
mm.
in crosses and actually getting an assist also in that game.
it was
So this is
probably,
something that
yeah,
we
it
can
was
do.
one of his better games. It was the last game of the season, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he played on the right and he was very good. Yeah.
I
I
think
don't know if you
I
guys
think
remember even Saka against Newcastle back in like 2021 or 2020
Oh yeah, the
season.
nutmeg.
Yeah, the nutmeg.
in the
Yeah.
long run, the
Correct.
Odegaard Saka link up has kind of detrimented the side in the other aspects in the manager's vision. Like the
mm,
manager is now just focused on maximizing this partnership instead of maximizing the entire team. So he's not willing to change the Odegaard Saka like dynamic for anything, which is
mm,
makes sense because it's the best partnership. But I think it's too much tunnel vision on one
Makes
side. Yeah,
it
you
makes our attack predictable.
exactly. If you lock down Saka and Odegaard connection, you basically can't score. We can't score,
mm,
and that's what United did in the first half against them when they played against us at Emirates last week. They in the first half they're able to easily negate Odegaard and Saka, and we looked bad. And as soon
mm,
as they stopped doing that, and then we looked good. So
mm,
I mean, it's like either the manager is not improving, which is the dangerous, or the what do you say, which is a bad sign that he's
mm,
I
not
don't think
like
so.
looking. But I don't agree with that. Or
But then,
or he
yeah,
doesn't care about the
The thing
personal.
I
is,
think it
everything we
was
talk about, he goes and makes a difference the next game we play as well. Because
yeah.
we saw how
exactly
Odegaard was floating
exactly my
versus
point.
Monaco. We
Mm,
saw how
mm,
Against
Martinelli
against
was platformed.
Monaco,
How
he was very central. Even Kai, who was drifting onto the right in the Fulham game, was very central yesterday.
mm,
Yesterday, I mean, against Monaco. So
mm,
he makes all the changes, but in games he doesn't make those changes. We lose or draw. So
No,
mm.
that's
that's the
Like,
again that's the point about being reactive or
yeah.
proactive,
mm,
because I think he needs to like then understand that this might happen in this game, or this biases. Yeah, obviously teams have biases. Every generally right hand side bias is common in football,
mm,
but yeah, I think it needs to be reduced because that it's not about we are always when we play good all over the pitch, but when we suddenly something bad happens, we just go towards the right, we just abandon the left side,
Yeah.
though
mm,
that's the
mm.
thing.
And Ainsley says that Martinelli's season has not been up to mark. Fair enough. Well, I'll quickly go to the talking point of the Fulham game. That is this one. You guys, uh, I, it probably bad memories back to you guys again. For me, it has been always ringing in my head. I know Martinelli has been offside here, right? But uh, in that build-up, I don't know if you guys remember, but Timber was
Timber,
slightly off in like in laying off the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli had to
exactly.
make the run, go back, and again make the run again. And I know out of emotion, people
Mm.
have gone overboard. Some people can say that, oh, you're Martinelli biased. Maybe that is why you're saying all this, which is possible, which is very possible. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying that like it's been 3 days. Sit and just see. Is it completely a Martinelli's
See,
fault here?
No,
Not really.
see,
the
exactly.
fault is
This is
not
the tweet I put. This is
the
the tweet
game
I
is
put
the
after the
game is
game.
not his fault. The game is not his fault, but in this play, I
Hmm,
would say I would say yeah, there
See,
are the winger's job is to keep himself onside even.
see. I'll explain it to you. So if you've
hmm,
played football in real life, you know you know exactly what Sujit must have talked about just now.
Yeah.
It is the delay of pass that Timber didn't play. He took those extra touches which Martinelli didn't expect. And
hmm,
if it was a left-sided, I mean, if it was a left-footed player, he would have directly played that pass straight to
hmm,
Martinelli's leg, through
Yeah.
which he would cross.
hmm,
Also, if you're talking about Martinelli being onside over here in this situation, there are 99% chances that Martinelli wouldn't put the cross inside because
hmm,
the situation would be different.
hmm,
The leg which he received would be different. The
hmm,
positioning of Tete at right back could be different.
hmm,
Also, another factor that happened over here was as soon as Timber played this pass, after delaying the pass,
hmm,
Robinson and both Bassi, both of them came ahead of their line, which
hmm,
again changed the dynamics to what
Hmm.
Martinelli thought the line was. So if you actually go back and look at the visuals slowly, you'll see that it's not really Martinelli's fault. I mean, yes, it is a foolish one because we ended up scoring from that chance. But
hmm,
in the end, yes, we know it. These are the fractions that matter, but
hmm,
you have to actually factually analyze the situation.
hmm. Like
He's put on a
I wouldn't
great
agree to
point
your
there,
point. It's not
Aarush.
Martin's fault. I would say it's partially his fault and partially it is not as well.
Yeah,
Raja, what do you
fair
think?
enough.
I know you've been very critical of him this season, at least in group chats, if not openly on Twitter. Or what do you think about the situation? Do you think we're making a fair assessment, or we just think like some Arsenal fans and some Martinelli fans just talking bullshit?
No, not really. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, as you said, like Timber delayed the pass, and this thing happens. But like, I'm overall critical on overall game. Um,
Mm,
Martinelli's output has been completely gone down this year.
right.
He's a shadow of the player we always dreamed of. Like
Mm,
it seems like it's a far distant memory that he was this sort of next level talent.
right.
Um,
I mean, to
yeah,
be
I've kind
fair
of
to him,
given up on him. And
Again,
also,
again, yeah, continue.
yeah.
yeah, you talk about the dynamics and stuff. I agree, but like I don't know, like a player I see every week, I don't think
Mm,
he's the one who should be a starter for Arsenal, who are competing for Champions League and
mm,
Premier League.
I
So
agree.
like
mm,
yeah, basically that.
Again, we spoke about all this in this game, and then the next game we saw Arteta play a left-sided, left-footed
mm.
player. Again, Martinelli could make a difference to this game.
We'll
So,
come to that. We'll come to that point. We still have a
And
lot of time. We'll come
I'm
to that.
just split on this, man, because it was me and Raja who actually went on a rant about Martinelli. But the thing was, it isn't even about the offside I'm talking about. It's just how
I
predictable
know.
he's become as a winger. He's just going to do two things. He'll
Mm,
just go to the byline, he'll cross it with his left foot, expect
mm,
to get a corner because all his crosses are mostly overhead. I don't like his crossing. And
mm,
either it's that or he just stops, he passes to his LCM. And that
mm,
is all he does. There's
mm,
no creativity in the runs he's making. It's
See,
it's being too mechanical for me to say that he's adding anything to our squad because I just know what he's going to do. And it
mm,
worked against United because it was against even if you see against United, the thing was he was putting in the crosses
mm,
and I at one point I started to feel like he is just crossing to get a corner.
because
I
his body language is that way.
I
mm,
agree.
mm,
I
He's
mm.
agree.
become very predictable, and the amount of interceptions that defenders can easily do because his dribbling has also died down. And to be fair,
Yeah,
Jesus is the best dribbler in our squad currently with
Mm,
how he
mm,
can play. And I really do want to see him most in the left wing. But what I think the common consensus between fans is in our fan base is the fact that um, we tend to prioritize individual brilliance or more than just team and how we can platform him in the end. We can't expect Martinelli to do the things that Saka or Vinicius or any other top winger can do because he's known to be more of that team guy, to be built around a team, and we can't platform him in a way that changes the whole game. And you can't expect him to go on a solo run. And
mm,
I mean, in a situation where he has a overlapper, he has good passes, who someone who reads his runs as well, he can
mm,
make a difference. But you
mm.
see, again, it's the point of the Monaco game how he comes and just he looks like a
that's
different player.
that's my whole issue. I'm not pinning it all on Martinelli because when Arteta actually platforms his players the way they are meant to play, he starts to play well.
Mm,
That is the entire issue. And that hasn't happened a lot because the LHS has been a complete, player comes in, plays a game, is out for 2 games, someone else comes in, and it's just been experimental. The entire left-hand side, the actually novel's been a constant there. One game it's Trossard, the other it's Martinelli. One game it's Rice, other is Merino. One game is Calafiori, other is Zinchenko or MLS. So, I mean, I honestly don't know, man.
I
with
don't
this,
understand why has he signed Marino when he is not willing to play him every game. Like we had Marino, we have so many games where I'm saying, okay, he's willing to play Jorginho when Marino is still there. Like I
mm,
agree, Jorginho is good, but you have someone who you have
You
signed
know,
for good
I've
money.
I've got a wide point to make. I think it is because of Thomas Partey all of this is happening. Because
yeah.
No one expected him to hit
last
this form.
season if Thomas Partey
Mm,
leave the last season, man.
mm,
I think if we got a suitable buy for Thomas Partey, he would have been gone in the summer.
mm,
He didn't. He
mm,
comes and he starts to play like prime Thomas Partey. And we are
yeah.
like, we cannot drop him.
Mm,
So what happens is Thomas Partey has to play every game
mm,
and Rice has to play every game. You cannot play two DMs. So what you do is you shift Rice upwards as the LCM, which is misprofiling his talents. And it is Thomas Partey is actually a player who excels as the load DM. But our
Mm,
system is not a not a kind of system where we actually need a single DM. And that
mm,
is when the problem rises when Thomas Partey is asked to go right back. Rice is meant to hold the DM role,
mm,
which he is not able to do properly because Partey comes in there. So that is all the confusion that's been going on. And had Partey left us, it would have been Rice, Merino, and Odegaard, and I'm pretty confident of
mm.
that.
Coming to your point, 1 second. Hyped Chronicles, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, do keep subscribing and do keep supporting. Part to counter your point, no, not counter your point, to support your point, I think Dr. Vivek actually put out a chat saying, in my opinion, it's a system fault. If you see the bigger picture, our build-up play is a bit slow, and it's a reflex from Timber to delay that pass, but the goal we scored was in the second phase of this.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. I
yeah,
completely
that
agree.
is what Aarush said, right?
No, I'm talking about the system fault and the transition. I think the
Uh-huh.
transition, yeah,
No,
if we have,
I agree.
yeah,
I
mm,
feel that right now there's a lack of chaotic players sometimes in our team. Like
mm,
if you see, the only player who can do something which is unpredictable is
mm,
Saka in a way, or Odegaard,
mm,
because even, and the thing is, Saka, even though people know he'll cut in, you never know when he will cut in. Like
mm,
sometimes he cuts in when he goes deep in the box, sometimes he
mm,
cuts in earlier. I think
mm.
that's where Martinelli is somewhat a bit one dimensional, where he does it either at one particular point or at one particular position, or like
Yeah,
he knows
I kind of
what it,
noticed that
like
he
when he
does that.
comes to the box, he'll come in or he'll come. But Saka does it.
He shuffles. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a dribble.
Yeah.
This
shuffles.
is
Yeah,
a dribble.
he
This
does.
is
And
where
then,
Nico Williams comes in.
Of
and then
course, now
and
Raja
then
speaks.
and Saka, if you see the, I think Parth made the point that the runs,
Mm,
sometimes Saka makes his run from inside to outside and then from outside to inside. Like he keeps
mm,
changing his runs.
And
But
he's willing to
Martinelli,
use his weaker foot as well.
Yeah.
just, which is the fault of the system. Martinelli has been told ki go wide and then do whatever from there. I
mm,
think it's a lack of instruction with Martinelli. Maybe
mm,
it doesn't seem that way, because I would be very highly doubtful Arteta is not giving him proper instructions. But
mm.
either there's some communication difference or whatever, that he seems to do that, just go wide and do whatever you can. Like
Yeah.
there's no like link up there, or there's no plan what to do from there.
Mm, mm,
And
mm,
If
with Saka, you
if
see,
the 22-23 season had never happened, I
mm.
would have wholeheartedly criticized Nelly. But
yeah,
because of the
This is
22-23 season
wholehearted only.
and the fact that Arteta was the one coaching him,
Mm,
I cannot understand the way Martin Lee is being utilized.
mm,
yeah,
I
mm.
just cannot.
we still
True,
haven't
true.
replaced Jaka. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait. Hi, Jaren. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. I hope you keep coming on the channel. I think you're Fist of Fury, if I'm not wrong, on Twitter, if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
Jorginho.
Hey, he's the one, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this dude always is there. Like he's pro Martinelli, so I kind of like this guy as well. Yeah, these things
Plus one.
happen, but we have scored more earlier in games. That is also true. Hi Vivek, bhai. Thanks for coming on the channel. My Hindi is butchered, but so don't expect me to speak in Hindi. Yeah, the curious case of Gabriel Martinelli evolution. I wouldn't say
This is the thing. This is the thing.
I think the evolution in his coaching has gone backwards more than the evolution of the
no,
player.
no, I don't think it has gone back. It just stayed stagnant. I don't think it has
Yeah,
gone
that's right.
anywhere. Just
Yeah, it's stagnant. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stagnant.
Because Martinelli and Saka
Mm,
were the ones who were representing Arsenal Football Club, and
mm,
the only two names that came into my mind whenever I think of the resurgence under Arteta, it's Martinelli and Saka.
mm,
One guy has become one of the best wingers in the world, and the other is struggling to uh, get on, get on the same page with his teammates and with
mm,
the crowd as well. I,
mm.
I just don't
I think
understand this.
in the end, it also, like the way I was talking about Saka cutting inside, he's become so potent in scoring goals. I think Martinelli, in whatever system issue, whatever the issue is, he
Mm,
doesn't have that goal threat anymore. Like
mm,
the
Yeah,
guy knows that if I make him cross, it's okay. And even his crosses,
He
as
goes
Parth
for the
said, is
safer route.
the his crossing is subpar, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not good.
So yeah, there's no like threat. There's no the defender doesn't feel threatened when Martinelli makes a run. So
Hmm.
that was the difference between 22 that season and now.
Hmm.
When that previous Martinelli would make those runs in the box, he
Hmm.
would really be like menacing. Like you would be scared. Like, but now there's no that factor.
And Granit Xhaka did have a huge role to play in that in the Martinelli of 22-23.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Agreed. But it's not been like Martinelli is not getting chances in the game. He
yeah.
gets chances, he gets good chances and he doesn't score. So the goalpost shifts and it's like he's not getting enough chances. And you even if you get a chance, you have to score. I mean, I cannot justify
No,
that.
other than Saka, I do and
Hmm.
Trossard, I don't feel any player in our team like laces the ball. Like they just try to
Nah,
place it in the
yeah.
corner or just do
Hmm.
the cute finish. Like just lace the ball, just try to hit it. Like just belt it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ainsley's chat exactly. Rise as a number eight is crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he playing in a single pivot before?
No, he wasn't in a single pivot.
Not
It
really.
was
He was just
Thomas
It
Suchek.
was
Soucek.
double pivot.
It was Soucek and Rice. It was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
proper double pivot.
Mm-hmm. Even for England, it has always been double pivot.
And
So
even in the double pivot, it was Soucek and Rice who had the license to go forward. And even
hmm.
in that, it was Rice where he developed his game. And he was
Right.
like, Arteta would have brought out a lot more from him because West Ham was set up defensively.
Hmm.
Arsenal isn't. And
Hmm.
that is the reason he flourished last season because he wasn't
Hmm.
playing in a single pivot. He wasn't the lone CDM last time around. But
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
time, he has had to play in a entirely different role.
In my very frank opinion, I think Arteta, whatever he's testing out with Rice, is actually working out for Arsenal because he's keeping himself ready for playing as a eight and playing as a six as well. Maybe in a double pivot, maybe in a single
Yeah.
pivot,
Hmm.
because we saw the difference in the Monaco game as well. And I put out a tweet saying the same thing about how he can actually now dominate proceedings in both the left hand side of the pitch and even on the right hand side of the pitch.
Yeah,
May it be receiving from the back or may it be even carrying the ball and going forward. So
Hmm.
this
whatever the
is his
progress of him
diagonals.
is, he's just making him versatile, to be honest.
Yeah,
Raja,
and
do you want
this
to add
this
anything? Yeah. 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 Parth,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Raja can go on.
Yeah, like when we add a ball playing midfielder alongside him, I think we'll be set for a few years.
Yeah,
Him getting used to the box to box role will help us like sign someone, let's say Zubimendi kind
Hmm.
of player who
Hmm.
can progress the ball when like opposition is all packed up in our final third. Like let's say like a team like Liverpool,
Hmm.
Declan Rice can't pass through the press. Like
Right.
I
Yeah,
it's
would
he
just
I have
can't.
not
a
gonna
quick
happen.
question.
I mean,
I have,
he can, but he's not as comfortable as Partey
He's
in doing
he
that.
looks very awkward like when there are
Yeah,
very so many
Hmm.
players around him.
That's true. That's true. Like Partey, technically, I feel is much sounder, much better than Rice.
Partey
But
is suited to be a lone pivot.
yeah.
hmm.
Declan Rice isn't.
Hmm. 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 Exactly.
I
Yeah.
would be interested to
I do not
see.
agree with it.
I would be interested to see like playing Navaneri, Odegaard, and Rice to see how it would work. I don't
We
know
saw
what
this. We saw this during the preseason where Nwaneri tucked in as the left center mid,
exactly
and he actually
because
did well.
I would
He's
like to
United, na?
see.
I think he's United, if I'm not wrong.
I would like to
Yeah.
see because Raja made a good point about a ball carrier, and Navaneri is really good at like taking the ball and just driving. Like even
Hmm.
Odegaard
Hmm.
is good at that, but he's more of linking the play. I would
Hmm.
like to
No,
see
he
Nav.
meant ball carrier as as a receiver of the ball from defense, not ball carrier as in
Oh,
seven.
oh, okay, okay.
Okay, but
Okay,
that's a
but
different
still,
thing.
I would
No,
I would be interested to
Yeah,
see someone like Navaneri and Rice and Odegaard link up
Hmm.
because even though Merino is good, I like him a lot, but I feel
Hmm.
he's not that very speedy guy to take it from the base of midfield to the
Hmm.
box. Whereas
Hmm.
Navaneri, I feel is really good at like whenever I see him come on, he does a thing that he takes it from the midfield and he just takes it near the box and he does
Hmm.
something there. He'll pass it off or he'll
yeah,
mhm.
shoot.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what.
he does, but like with the
Yeah,
way Arteta plays, I don't think Maneri will. We will see that sort of a setup in midfield.
yeah,
Hmm.
He
I,
prefers
I
more
feel that.
physicality and combativeness
Yeah.
I would be interested to see it, but I know Arteta will probably not go for that because it will be
Hmm.
unbalanced. Because Rice would sole defensive responsibilities would fall on Rice in that situation.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
Wait,
That
I
is
I have
that
a
is
quick
my only
question.
concern with it.
yeah,
Which brings me
I
to the
have a
next
quick
point that
question.
everyone, yeah, Rush, go
No,
ahead.
no, Aarush,
Yeah.
Aarush, yeah.
So my question would be, if either of Partey or Jorginho leave the club and one of them stays, do we
Hmm.
actually need to sign a midfielder, or do we actually play
Yeah.
Miles and make Miles grow as a midfielder, or let him get left back minutes?
Which brings me to the next point that is the Monaco game.
mm,
The Monaco game had answered many questions that were built up because of the Fulham game, brought out so many other possible solutions whether Miles Kelly could be playing as that number 8 position, who's very good at using his body to shield as well as carry the ball from defense all the way to the attack, or can be that one guy who can transition the game from defense to attack. That's the whole point, right? And we've seen that in the way he pre-assisted the first goal. He was
That was
absolutely
beautiful.
brilliant in the way he used his
Yeah.
body to shield the ball and then laying it off to Jesus, making the run and putting the ball for Saka. Now, in this game, two things happened. Miles was absolutely phenomenal. Second thing, Jesus, I have no idea what is wrong with him, but it feels like
That's
nice.
prime Gabriel Jesus. I'm not even surprised.
Huh.
That
that's
is
the
the
point
Jesus
I
I
said
know.
about not shooting with conviction. Like he
But
was getting
Yeah.
himself in positions, but he's not ready to just shoot it and shoot it hard or shoot it at the
But
goal.
what Jesus brought to the team was the change in it just felt very different. Like for some reason,
It was a
it
much
felt
better
more
setup.
fluid. Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
we were more fluid.
And
And another
I
thing,
will just this. Yeah, yeah, go on, go on, go on.
another thing that really helped was the addition of Merino. I will I have a
I'll
need to
explain
show
that.
exactly why, but yeah,
Well,
go ahead. What do you guys think about
If
the
if I were to describe the Monaco game, it would
game?
be this Arsenal is the Arsenal that played against Monaco is the Arsenal that comes as close as it is possible to Arsenal 22-23. It
Hmm.
was a left-sided midfielder LCM. It was a Zinchenko-esque performance from Lewis Kelly. By the
Hmm.
way, we were just having this conversation, and it was Raja who pointed this out.
Hmm.
Lewis Kelly is nothing but a more physical Zinchenko at 18 years of age.
yeah.
That is
Hmm.
the thing,
With a
and
higher
that is
ceiling.
high. Yeah, yeah, with a much higher ceiling. And it was
Hmm.
Martinelli who actually had the movements that he possessed back then in 22-23, and it was Jesus doing all the trickery. So that
Hmm.
was actually a fair representation of Arsenal 22-23, and you can see it in the result. That result is even I'd say it is flattering for Monaco. It should have been like high six.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Rush.
To the thing I questioned you all about, why do you all think we should get a midfielder, was basically the Monaco game and how good Miles and Rice actually played as a pivot, because you see the understanding of each other's positions, their quick one-twos that they played, the positions they let off and went, they were very commendable. And
Hmm.
also during this whole time, Merino was actually unmarked during the whole scenario. They used to
Yeah.
both play in a pivot. Merino was open and used
Hmm.
to like play the ball to Martinelli. Marino used to already read that, go and play a cross, which was most of the crosses that he played were below average, but with time he'll get better in that. So
Hmm.
what
Yeah.
what got my thought during this game was, imagine we get a striker in place of Jesus. Havertz
Hmm.
didn't play this game. Havertz
Hmm.
plays in
Hmm.
Marino's role. He plays as a shadow striker, what you expect him to be, and
Hmm.
we may have a very good solution, in my very
And
honest
would
opinion.
that,
Yeah.
the thing that you just stated, would that have helped us get a win against Fulham?
Yeah, like I told you, second half we should have made that change, Trossard
Hmm.
Perfect.
playing center forward. This could actually make a
And
difference.
Hmm.
yeah, he's made a great point there with Havertz
Another
Yeah,
thing,
playing as
yeah.
shadow
I
yeah.
mean,
striker.
Lewis Kelly does help us with the ball progression. Like
Hmm.
he's really good at like playing those passes between the lines.
Hmm.
Mm, uh, he's right, and he can also be groomed into number 8. I think he was a number 6 in his
And I want him
Yeah,
to
number six.
academy
be
times,
that.
right?
Yeah,
No, I think he was
number
a
Yeah,
six
right
ball
winger.
carrier.
He
we
he
used to
played as a
see those.
midfielder. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
We
Hmm.
used to
Hmm.
see those crazy videos where he used to progress the ball from like
True.
from
Leave
defense
progress,
to
bro. He
attack.
should dribble through the whole team, bro.
Yeah, triple. Yeah, I mean like ball run with the ball.
Crazy
Like
guy.
he's
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
really
exactly.
really good.
Yeah.
Huge fan of the guy. I hope like whatever he does, he'll be a regular in this team. Him
And
and
you know
Maleri
what?
are just built different.
I'd put up a tweet back in preseason saying that I hope Waneri gets the hype and Nelly, I mean not Nelly, but Skelly is the one who remains underrated. And it
Mhm.
I
actually
uh,
happened,
This
and now
this is
people actually
exactly
see it.
what's happening right now.
Exactly what happened. Before we like fully go into like why Marino and why the setup worked, uh, I think Kivior in the last three games has been that defender who nobody, I mean, who expected him to be, but like finally we're seeing signs of it. Yes, okay, the Fulham game was kind of sus. Was it Saliba's fault? Was it Kivior's fault? Was it just Arsenal
Or
fault? We
was
don't
it
know.
Raul being a very good channel
yeah,
striker?
that
That
was a good goal.
That
Yeah.
as well. I mean, that as well. And
You
there we
see
can
his
talk
run
about
that
the
he
house.
made, and then
Hmm.
yeah.
No, I want
That
to
as
say one
well.
final point on
Yeah.
Miles Lewis Kelly. Like,
Hmm.
I think I texted you this as I think after our the first game they played. I think it was Carabao Cup or whatever, and I told
Hmm.
I felt Miles Lewis Kelly was much better than Navaneri in that game. The way he played,
Mm.
Hmm.
it was
Hmm.
against Preston, I think.
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
against Preston.
Preston. Yeah, Preston. Yeah.
Preston.
And then I honestly, if someone tells me who is like Miles Lewis Kelly, there was one Tottenham player, Musa Dembele, when he used to play for
Hmm.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just the way he shifted his body and played that pass to Jesus, it
Hmm.
reminded me of Musa Dembele. He used to do that a lot. Just use his body to
Yeah.
shrug off the defender
True.
and then
Hmm.
protect the ball and just pass it forward. And
Right.
I think right now at left back he's
Barclays, yeah.
fine, but I think there's huge potential to play him in the number 8 or 6 because I
Hmm.
think that's
I
his.
want him to be that eight.
Yeah,
He is the perfect definition of a between the lines player. He can
Yeah.
make it work. It is because of how silky he is and how strong he is. He
Hmm.
isn't even someone who will get struck by the
and
ball easily like a Zinchenko or anything. He can hold his own and then progress the ball as Raja said. He would make a great number eight.
no, that's what I feel that um, there's we are talking about being unpredictable. It's a very simple point, but when these new players come, sometimes the teams don't know what's happening. They don't know what Skelly is going to do.
Uh-huh.
They don't know what Navanir is going to do.
True.
So
True.
yeah, that's also a good point that I think we need to utilize them more. And I think Arteta needs to trust them in Premier League games too, because I think we have seen enough from them that they can be trusted in Premier League games too.
Hmm. Hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Let's swiftly go into this one. Arush, I'll give it to you completely. Let us know how you
Which
want
one are you
to.
talking about?
Yeah, regarding Merino.
I mean, I did speak about the whole thing, no, already.
Cool. So you
About
don't.
how. Wait. What part do you want me to talk about?
No, I thought you wanted to show them exactly like using visual, like exactly like how Merino affected the game and everything. If
I
that is
mean,
fine,
yeah,
if
it's the
everything is
same thing. It's
okay.
the same thing as how I said
Hmm.
during this whole process as well ahead on in these chances what we saw was um see, you can see Merino as well. He makes those runs on the back post as well at
Yeah.
times. And
Hmm.
times where we used to progress to the left hand side, shift the ball towards the right side, and when we used to look out for crosses from the right hand side, we used to see
Hmm.
Martinelli actually camp the box. And that
Hmm.
was a very good thing to see because that is what we want him to do more, like camp in the box, get chances, and a body from another physical body as well to block runners and make space for the other attackers. So yeah, it is quite commendable as to how just one getting one left-footed player in this team can change the whole dynamics.
Hmm.
And that is the exact thing I said about the Fulham game. You just have to have light-footed players on the right hand side, on the correct sides. I mean, just play a left-footed player on the left-hand side. It's not that difficult.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's what we think. But the overreaction that came from Arsenal fans after the Fulham game was absolutely horrendous. Then we had an amazing, amazing
I don't
Monaco
think it's
game.
an overreaction. It's kind of a reality that we have to win almost every game if we want to
No,
Yeah,
change
exactly.
see,
the
The standards have risen to such a level that I see a draw as a loss. And in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a good result.
Yeah,
Salu. Here's the thing: you are not there on Twitter. If you were there on Twitter,
yeah.
trust
So
me,
I think
with
Micah Richards made a good point that 10 years
No,
ago.
that's not the topic. That's not the topic. You should be on Twitter.
No, Micah Richard made a good point. I think 10 or 15 years ago, 1-1 draw at Fulham, who are very high in the table, is not a bad result.
Hmm.
It's like it's an okay result. Like you can still win a league now with those results. But
Hmm.
now the levels are such that even though City is not performing at their level, there's some
Right.
team which is at such a high level that you
Hmm.
can't drop these points. Like
Right.
And
last
like
season,
when you look at this run of fixtures, it is very
Hmm.
good. You know what? It is like, yeah, 5 wins and a draw is very good. But
Hmm.
when you add context to those results, mean the Champions League, yeah, we are doing great in there. But if you consider the Premier League, it
Hmm.
was Liverpool who didn't play their game, so we had a chance to go within 4 points of them.
Right.
Hmm.
Uh, we played on a Sunday, and it
Hmm.
was City who played drew the game. So we had a chance to go 4 points clear of City,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it was us playing a game where we knew that this would be a banana peel. But if we won, we would have been in a very good position, which didn't
Right.
happen. And then Chelsea went on to win the match. So
Hmm. Hmm.
the overreaction is kind of justified,
yeah,
but
that's what I feel.
it will come. It will come because the fan base does not want to see Arsenal dropping points. And whenever
Hmm.
that happens, there would be a reaction.
And it's
Hmm.
especially given the fact that 2 years in a row we were the only team challenging City, and now
Hmm.
the year City is not good, we have slipped up, which is the fact. And then
Hmm.
there are two teams which are above us who are not supposed to be there.
Hmm.
So this is justified in a way because we should have been in the position where Liverpool are. We should have
Hmm.
been the team that for 2 years we are setting ourselves up for the moment City slips, and when
Hmm.
the moment City slipped, we have not strike. So yeah,
But then again, Salman, if you add context to this as well, you'd say that Arsenal is actually in a good position right now, given the season that we've had, because this is considered to be our.
yeah, I agree. But I'm not saying about the season as a whole, but I'm saying why the fans are feeling very anxious right now, because
Yeah.
Hmm.
it is kind of true in a way, because you see,
Hmm.
emotionally speaking, 2 years you have been in a very high stakes match against City, and then third year you expect, okay, we are going to do it again with City, but then we see that City have slipped, so most of the fans felt, okay, this is a year, now we will show why we deserve to win in 2 years. Because I personally felt last year we were the better team than City. But
Hmm.
then, and then when it happened, we are seeing that there's a team that, okay, yeah, they spend a lot of money and they've signed quality players, but who is not being cohesive are now ahead of us in on
Hmm.
the table. So it does hurt for a lot of fans. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Well, it's nice to we are one too early to judge
right.
Arnav power. It's true. I Arnav. Yeah, before we end the stream, let's look into a few trivial things. I thought we could end it on a soft note. Oh, wait, before we go there. Liverpool with three red cards plus clusters injuries would be below us. Just my opinion. True. I think with if just one injury, I think they're like they will definitely like struggle for sure because I think their playing level is good, but their bench is not good enough to like compete like regularly in all competitions possible. But yeah, that's just my opinion for now.
But that's
Luck
even the
has been
case
on their
with us,
side,
I
man.
feel. Yeah.
Hmm?
Luck has been on their side. You see, every game that they play against opponents as well, the chances that the opponents miss, the chances
True.
that they manage to convert, the injuries
Mm-hmm.
list that the opponents suddenly have against them. Talking about that,
Mm-hmm.
again, Fulham also have so many of the injuries. But
Mm-hmm.
against us, they had one chance created and they scored. But
Yeah.
against Liverpool, they'll have 10 chances created, but not even one scored. So it would
Mm-hmm.
actually come down to that same thing, man.
I guess
If
I
the
guess in the end, there's a saying that all the luck plays out till the end of the season. Like it
mm-hmm.
will
We saw what
neutralize.
happened to us last season, bro.
So I guess if a lot of people feel Liverpool have been lucky, then logically those luck will get neutralized by the end of the season. So I guess the point made is right. It's too early to judge. I guess we have
Mm-hmm.
to.
Oh yeah, this is very true. They faced us and we ended up the game with
Yeah,
Partey bite. Wow.
I
This is
never
such a good
felt
point.
we were bad against Liverpool. I think that
Mm-hmm.
game we were
Yeah, we
unlucky
were
with
actually
injuries.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nick being there, with Nick being in the chat, we've got this thing going on. When it comes to Arsenal, it's all variance, and it never favors us.
because the
Mm,
goal we conceded against Fulham, it was 0.11 xg,
yeah.
Yeah.
and Raul
Actually,
Jimenez just scores that.
we,
And as Aarush said, if it is other if it is teams other than Arsenal, that would not happen. They'll have
mm,
five chances, they'll miss all five of them, and that's a
mm,
fact. That will happen.
Yeah.
true, true, true. Well, yeah, before we end the stream, let's go through few trivial points. I thought, why not end on a nice note? Well, what do
Oh,
you think about this?
Please.
Oranel, Oranel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like majority of the times why we sign Calafury is for these kind of jackets, this one, this
the
one.
Jamaica
Bro,
jacket is.
I read a tweet in the morning saying Kala Fury has spent more time at the London Fashion Week than actually on the Emirates pitch, bro. And it is actually true though.
At least
Raja,
Gabriel is back for tomorrow.
Raja, what
Yeah.
kind of player have you scouted us for, man? What kind of player have you scouted for us, dude?
Yeah.
We were promised a quality player. He is a quality player, but my God.
I think that's so unlucky. Whenever we sign a quality player, they are
Mm,
so injury prone. Yeah, it's like
mm, mm,
we
The
Blame
signed.
Now
Bologna.
y'all would
first
talk
player
about
that comes to
Isaac,
mind
and
was
Isaac would
Timber,
also
man.
be the
I
same.
can't even lie. If we had Timber even fit for 25% of the season, I'm pretty damn sure we would have won the league.
mm. Yeah, that's true. That's true because I think many moments in last season. I think you could say Everton game. I think Everton game that we played at their home. I think we could have just
We
been
won
beat
that
that
game
game.
last
No,
season.
no, we lost there, right?
No, no, we won. Trossard scored from the corner. Saka took Trossard.
So which game
Yes.
was it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Probably
I
I
mean,
missed.
considering all these injuries as well, I think we've done a very good job this season to actually not be depleted in that position to actually cost games.
Mm.
Hmm.
Exactly.
It's Imagine having five defenders. Which other club would have the depth to actually accommodate to it, man? It is
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
commendable.
Honestly, our left back position is cursed right now. Like it's like
Hmm.
it. Who starts it? They will not play more than 5 games in a row or 4 games in
True,
a row.
And
true,
that is
true,
that
true.
is the reason Arteta is not starting MLS.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. This for some reason, this caused a lot of issues. I do not know how
Yes,
this caused
because
issues.
everything we do has to rattle opponents, man. Why not?
Yes,
Why not?
we did see this. We did see this. It honestly made no sense. It honestly made no sense why it
It
rattled
makes
fans.
sense, man. We
No,
managed to rattle the opposition fans. The
ah,
slower gets his respect. It's all
that's
fair
true.
and square, though.
That is true. That
And
is true.
and these are the questions that the reporters are asking Arteta in the press
Yeah,
conferences. They're like, why? What on earth is Arteta going to say, even, man?
yeah, yeah. What answer are
They are
you
just
expecting
very
from
they
the
don't
manager?
understand. They
Yeah,
don't
a 0.03 xg. Apparently, three shots in our box in 95. Brilliant. Missed Timber the whole season. Agreed. Completely agreed. I remember thinking the same way about Pet.
He used to have night
That's
shift during that last Euros, man.
No,
uh,
the
His
funniest
eyes were
injury we
black.
had this year was we signed Merino. We are all excited, and then Gabriel jumps on.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot Merino was
Gabriel
injured
enjoyed
still.
him. And it was no the thing that even that pissed me off. I think it was on the deadline day that we got this news of Gabriel
Hmm.
injuring Merino,
Merino,
and we were like, we have no attacker to sign. We are letting Reece Nelson go, and
uh,
it comes late in the night after midnight that okay, hold on, Sterling might be coming. And then there's this whole debate going on whether we should be signing him or not, and we are like, just give us an attacker. And
hmm,
it is in the last few minutes of the deadline day that we signed Sterling.
But
hmm.
Merino, my
Fast
god,
forward now, and Sterling only features when I don't know, man. Was he
Karabakh.
in play?
Cardboard cup.
He's just there as Sandeep Maheshwari for MLS and Vaneri, man. I'm not even lying.
And
Yeah.
Sterling plays good only when there's one area on the pitch, man.
Yeah, they both are
True,
Hmm.
broad. Like he's
true.
like taking him under the wing.
Off the pitch, on the bench, they have some connection.
So if
Hmm.
Sterling and Navaneri is like if Sterling is teaching Navaneri, just expect him in 3 years to leave us, just like he did to Liverpool.
Even the thing that pisses me off even more is the fact that Sterling has only turned 30
Yeah,
Mm.
this week.
Yeah,
He
he's not
just
that
turned
old.
30. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just turned 30.
What?
Another
And this
talent
is
that Chelsea managed to.
embarrassing, man. This is embarrassing.
He's not. He's just 30.
He was
Yeah,
29 when we signed him. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
he's 30.
I thought he's like some 32 going to become
But the,
33.
the, the way Sterling
That's what
talked on
happens
about
when you go
here,
to Chelsea.
you would
Hmm.
feel that he's 34 or 35.
The thing
Mhm.
is, yeah, this is the point they say about overworking youngsters. He has been playing professional football at
Hmm.
every, like almost every match, playing for eight from 18. Like,
Hmm.
Yeah.
honestly, it's troubles me that this might happen to Saka also because he has played too much games already. It
And talking
happened.
about Ainsley had mentioned Pedri as well
Pedri.
over there, and we
Mm.
saw
Pedri, yeah.
Hmm.
how.
It'll happen. Rooney, it happened to Rooney. Rooney was so good. And then as soon
Hmm.
as he hit 29, 28, is gone. Finished.
Hmm.
There's no energy left.
But
Mm.
that's pretty evident with Sterling, man.
Yeah.
He's lost his pace. I don't know how, but he's just lost it. And if Arteta can't even trust him with 5 to 10 minutes a game,
Hmm.
there's something really wrong, then.
True. True. I mean, since you guys are like so good at predicting what things are for the future and everything, it brings me to this point. So, what happened here, guys? Especially Raja's draw prediction for Arsenal. Are you the reason why we drew? Are you the reason for the backlash?
The
Raja, do you have
moment Fulham
something?
scored, he had a message on the group saying, "Oh, we're not winning today."
Swear, I swear.
Sometimes you just know Arsenal aren't going to win.
Ah,
It's
Yeah,
just it is what
that's
it is,
true.
bro.
Honestly, I thought we'd lose when they scored first. I
No,
was happy with.
because look at Raja's two draw predictions. He predicted draw for City, City drew. He predicted draw for Arsenal, Arsenal drew.
Honestly, I was so irritated at Havertz. He should have scored the header himself. He missed a
Hmm,
simple header from the in front of the goal,
hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then he put it on VAR to
Ca-
give us the goal.
Call me the prophet, bro.
Oh, fine, sir. Okay, sir. But yeah, City drew. Raja got it correct. United lost. Nobody got it correct.
I was close though. True,
No,
true.
man,
Yeah,
even I'm not even lying, the way United played that game, they should have won it quite comfortably, and I'm not
hmm,
even lying.
true. Agreed. 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 And then we
And they
have
managed to
Tottenham versus
concede
Chelsea.
from a set piece yet again. But
Tottenham,
it's only an Arsenal thing. It's only an Arsenal thing, bro.
And that had to happen straight after the Arsenal game.
the
Oh
first
my
minute.
god.
Yeah.
The picture of Licha trying to grab onto somebody
Arey
to like,
baap.
bro, I genuinely felt bad for
Butcher,
him.
bro, not Licha,
Mm,
but
mm,
Butcher,
Butcher.
butcher, butcher.
butcher,
He butchered
With
butcher.
his
the
own
knife
career.
emoji and blood.
He
Mm-hmm.
butchered his own career after going to United.
And then the Tottenham, the London derby, only Aarush and Raja predicted,
No, no,
right?
I got it right. It's 3-2 to Spurs. Palmer
It was
penalties don't
4-3.
count.
It was
Yeah.
4-3.
And then
And
But
Arsenal,
they were
bro,
dominated though, statistically also.
uh,
Chelsea
looking at
didn't do
this
shit.
first game, it
mm,
could have been Chelsea conceding 5-6 goals, man.
I feel
I
mm,
bad
mean,
for Ange,
you
honestly,
know,
because he sets up the team
for
properly and then.
for any team playing against Spurs, it is like a reset for any team that plays Spurs, man.
mm,
You
mm,
go in there thinking that we haven't played a single game this season. The losses don't matter. Just play your football, and Spurs will actually
Help you.
they play down to your level and then play.
Yeah.
Even if it is
okay,
Forest, no, I
mm,
mean Forest. No, Forest is getting good. Even if it is Southampton, it would be a 3-3, 4-3, 5-3. This is actually the way they play. But I have
mhm.
no
And
reason.
and also Spurs at home are not good. I do not know if Aarush and Raja thought that, and that's why they told Chelsea will win. But whenever Tottenham have won this season, I think they have not won much at home.
No, I have I made a point saying Arteta respects every team. Spurs disrespect every team. They don't care
Yeah,
who they're playing.
they do not care about who their opponent is, man. They would play the
Mhm.
same brand of football, beat any team.
True, true. It could be with 10 men, it could be with 9 men. It doesn't matter. They'll always play their football. Last
When they
season
managed
against
to tune in, they
Chelsea.
tune in, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly,
last.
honestly, I respect Ange. Honestly, I respect him. Like that guy's like he's like a pure football guy. Like he doesn't care.
And that is
Mhm.
why he will never become successful at a big club, because you can't adopt a style of play that is like that and expect to win majority of your games. That
Nah,
will
I'd
never
I'd
happen.
rather say the faster he leaves Spurs, the better for his own personal career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
No,
The only the way
because
play, the way Spurs play right now, the only hope they have is winning cup games, cup
Hmm.
trophies. They
Hmm.
cannot
Hmm.
win a league playing like that.
Yeah.
or
that's
either make a good run for us in the cup games by defeating all the big guys.
Yeah.
yeah. Just,
Okay, okay. Big prediction time before we end the stream. First game, Arsenal versus Everton at Everton's home. We'll start with Aarush. Yeah, Aarush. What's your prediction this time?
I'm going for a 3-0 minimum.
Okay, Arsenal 3-0. Okay, Salman.
2-1. Yeah, Arsenal.
Oh, 2-1. You know what? You know what? Uh, okay, since we already asked, okay, you're going 3-0. I'll ask Raja. I should have asked Raja first because that guy will tell draw. Then remaining else will have to decide what they have to say.
4-1 Arsenal
Ooh, ooh.
You sure?
at home. No excuses.
No, we are
Oh,
Okay,
Everton is at home, right?
yeah, we are at
yeah,
home.
Arsenal home. Arsenal home.
Then I want to change my prediction. I thought it was Everton at home. Yeah, 4-1. 4-1 for me also. Yeah.
Oh, 4-1. Okay, 4-1. Okay, Parth.
I'd go with 4-1 as well. It would be Shite McNeil or ACL DCL who will score against us. I'm not even
ACL,
lying.
DCL.
I'm not even lying, man.
Wait, did I get this right? Salman, Parth, and Raja said
We should
4-1.
be thrashing them. We should
Yeah.
be thrashing them, man.
Because
I'm
I
not
feel
even.
that they'll get some shithouse goal from somewhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a.
I think with Gabriel coming in, we won't concede.
Oh, yeah.
With and
I'll,
also
I'll change.
Everton has actually gone anti woke nonsense, man. They have stopped playing like Everton. They have
Yeah,
stopped
yeah,
playing
yeah.
like Everton.
Mhm.
They have
The
suddenly
game against
become a team that
United.
wants to play expansive football being led by Daesh. And I'm like, no, no, just sit back and defend, man. You're not meant
Hmm.
to score.
I also
Just
feel that we'll not concede, but then after the seeing the Southampton and Leicester games, I do anything is possible. We might concede at
Mhm.
Emirates also.
Yeah, Liverpool, Fulham. I'll go with Raja first.
Draw.
Oof.
The prophet has said it.
Hopefully, God. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Guys in the live stream, do let us know your predictions as well. I'm sorry for missing out. This is really new for me, so I might have missed out here and there. So do let us know your predictions as well. Raja has gone for a draw, and you know when the prophet says it's a draw, it is a draw. But you know what? We'll just know what are the other predictions. Apart, what's yours?
2-1, 2-1 Fulham.
It's at Anfield though.
3-0, 3-0 pool. 3-0 pool. 3-0 pool.
I like how Raja came in the end. Like, bro, it's at Anfield. Okay, huh? Arush,
2-1 Liverpool.
Liverpool 2-1. Sallu.
Yeah, I was also thinking 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, Liverpool 2-1. Okay.
Fulham's without
Joaquin
Reese is
Anderson,
not
Reece
injured.
Nelson.
Malcolm
Anderson didn't play
Anderson.
against us also. He was injured against us too.
Nah,
Um,
nah, some player against us got a yellow, so he'll be suspended for.
yeah, that's Tom Kearney also. Calvin Bassey also won't play.
Wow, very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Calvin
No,
Bassey
this
is
is the
one
luck I
of
was
their
talking about.
main centre backs.
Wait,
Bingo.
I didn't understand this chat. What?
And
India 36 over?
India Australia game.
Tomorrow,
India play
that's
tomorrow.
a
tomorrow.
test. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. I forgot. Nice, nice. India
Bro,
36 over.
36 all out, man.
No,
See, day,
37. This time we'll
if you
merge for 1 run more. Yeah.
see if it's day night match, I agree. It's not day night, so we have chance. We'll score 50.
Uh,
Okay,
Depends
huh?
on the toss, bro.
Parth, do you want to again change or we'll stick with the same thing?
nah, 3-0 pool, 3-0 pool.
Okay, 3-0 pool. Okay, next match we have. Who do we have? Ah, the Manchester Derby.
Ooh, nice match.
Very
Raja, we'll go with Raja. We'll go with Raja again. It's at Etihad.
Etihad.
Empty
United
hard.
win.
Yeah. Even I was thinking,
United.
if I was thinking the
Yeah,
same. Yeah.
What scoreline?
probably 2-1, 3-1, something like that.
Which one?
Let's say
2-1 or
3-1.
3-1? 3-1. Oh
3-1.
shit. United 1, United 3. You think United has it in them to score 3 goals? Crazy. Okay. Yeah, Parth.
2-1 to United. I mean, United are the favorites to win this match, man. I'll not take any excuses. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy. Nick says 2-2. Nick, are you an Arsenal fan or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
me?
he's an
Yeah,
Arsenal fan.
And
Yeah,
he
he's
was
an
there
Arsenal
last
fan.
stream as well,
Good.
bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. But last stream, I didn't remember what stream, who he supported.
He wrote it.
Arush. Arush, which
I'm
one?
going for a bold prediction in which City annihilate United.
The
So I'm
bold
gonna
prediction.
say
Oh, very
3-1 or
bold,
something,
bro.
3-1,
Very
4.
bold shit.
It's
That's
very
So
that's
bold.
bold,
what
bro.
all United fans
This
will
is
say.
where De Bruyne steps up, bro. He's like, I'm gonna
That is
tell you
true.
who's the
That
dad
is
of
true.
Manchester or something.
Mm.
That is very
Step up.
true. This one, Salu, what's your prediction?
3-2 United. Yeah.
Oof, United. Great. I think this is the first game that United are
Because
going into the
because
Premier
Yeah,
of
League.
first
because of
time in
Amorim.
a long time that United are favorites.
Because
Hmm.
first of all, City is playing very bad. The
Hmm.
only match they
First
drew
time, first time
recently.
Amorim gets to make a statement.
Yeah, that's what
Statement, yeah.
he tried to make a statement at Emirates. Then
No,
No,
the
no,
statement was
they
against
made the
Forest.
statement, but we scored from set
Forest.
pieces.
the
They
statement
won the
did
debate.
not get
No,
fact
no,
checked on
it
time.
doesn't count, right?
Set
No, no,
pieces don't count.
Amorim drew at Emirates, right?
Hmm.
No,
Hmm.
when?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
set
we didn't
pieces
score
don't
from
count.
open play.
Okay,
Who
set
scored?
piece don't
Set
count.
pieces don't count.
Yeah, the next game, probably this will be like the most funniest game ever. Probably the funniest thing could ever happen. Southampton versus Tottenham. Raja, what are your predictions?
Southampton win.
South scoreline.
Something like 2-1.
Oh,
Southampton
wow.
2-1
are
maybe.
at home,
2-1,
right?
2-1.
No,
Yeah,
Southampton
Southampton.
win.
Southampton at home.
Okay.
Southampton. I feel Tottenham will win. Okay. But
Southampton 4-2.
to be fair, Southampton can score. It's just that they
They
won't take
can
the
a
chances.
Tyler Dibling
Yeah,
masterclass.
yeah.
Defending as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Dribbling is also back. No, he missed the
Right.
last game.
Mm-hmm. Parth, what's your prediction?
Uh, 3-2 Tottenham.
Okay, Tottenham win. Okay. Arush?
I'm saying Tottenham win 3-2 or 3-1.
Okay, well, for you, I'll put 3-1.
Okay.
Salu?
Rambo is there, right, for Southampton?
No,
I don't know. He's injured now.
He's injured.
Ramsdale would be with TNT Sports, so I'm assuming he won't be playing.
If Ramsdale was there with Southampton, he would be pumped for this game. But yeah,
That's true. That is true.
um, I
And they
would
play
say
on Monday morning. I
I
mean, Monday
think
night they play.
I guess Tottenham will win a crazy game, 3-2. Yeah, that's what I feel.
It said crazy and he's just 3. Shit.
And
I
I think
also
think
it'll be
considering
something
the
like
fact that
Tottenham will go down
Tottenham have a
2-0 or
lot of
something.
injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I think
and
Tottenham
also
will
Also,
the
Tot
score
first,
and
it
score.
was like Ange put Timo Werner under the bus yesterday
Oh
after
my god, that
yesterday.
was insane.
Man, it's like
I was
Wow.
just
he's
mentioning
not
on him.
playing at the level he's supposed
did they
to.
win in
He is
Europe?
bad.
I guess they did.
Yeah, no, they drew. They drew against Rangers. They drew.
Yeah, they drew yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't even
And
know they
also,
played, bro.
Ange
yeah,
just destroyed Timo Werner.
yeah, yeah. That's what. And Ange is a
What did he
Celtics
say?
was a Celtics manager, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, Ange basically said that he's not at the level that he's supposed to be and who he
And
is and
even
all.
Neither has
after
Tottenham been for
No,
the
he
last
said
60
18 years
years.
old showed more mentality than this guy.
Okay, that yeah, that yeah.
And
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
even
Neither has
funnier is
Tottenham been
that
in form.
after City lost against Juventus, it was Richarlison commenting under some that shit's
Yeah.
about to go
Mm-hmm.
down. You're seeing
Mm-hmm.
what's happening. I'm like, what the hell is going
Yes,
on? I'm
He's
City,
getting his
basically it
Brazilian
was
genes
City.
out, bro.
City have not won a game since they said that.
Yeah, that's true. I
actually
kind of, I actually should have put it on this time. I forgot to
black
like
magic,
mess
man.
that up.
Gala Jadoo
And
exists.
the last match of the top six, the London derby, Chelsea
Chelsea
was Brentford at Chelsea's home.
Ooh.
Chelsea is home.
Raja, Raja.
I'm going. It's a tough game. Brentford are like pretty good this season.
But
I'd
at
say
home,
draw.
bro. This is an away game.
You say,
Yeah, yeah, I know, but
you're saying
draw.
Draw.
yes, draw, crazy. Parth,
The 3-1 Brentford.
ooh, oof, Brentford
Are
win.
Brentford in the top six? No, they aren't. Cole Palmer will score a goal.
Aarush,
I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-1. Okay. Salu,
3-0 Chelsea. Yeah.
Chelsea 3-0. Yeah,
Mm.
3-0 sounds about. No, actually 2-1 sounds about it
I
because
think Chelsea
Brentford.
will find it hard. They've been
Hmm.
just to like
No,
deserts of
you don't.
Kazakhstan.
You don't change your statement. You said draw, it stays draw. I
No, no,
hope it
no.
stays.
I'm saying yeah, yeah. They'll drop points there. So that's what I meant.
Ah. Hmm.
They're just they've been to like cold deserts of Kazakhstan playing
Ah.
Maresca ball.
But
And
none of their main
every
players
game,
went.
every game Chelsea plays in the Conference League, I'm like, I haven't heard about this team. And
Hmm.
even, I play FIFA and I still don't know the clubs that they face.
Yeah, because
Because
most of
their
them are
clubs are
filled with
so
plumbers
obscure
and
that they're not
engineers,
even
man.
there in FIFA. Yeah.
What the hell is an FC Noah, FC
They played a
Astana? What
biblical
what
character.
what
They
is
already
this bad?
played someone from. They've already played Noah. He's a character.
Hmm.
Noah, what even is this, man?
Hmm. 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 Well, it was a beautiful stream. I enjoyed it, to be very honest, though it was a very moody week for Arsenal. Any final words from you guys?
Just win.
Arsenal is winning Champions League. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
easy.
on, you Gunners.
We are competing
This
for
is
Wait,
the
the
wait, wait.
Raja.
season where this is a Klopp season where he won the Champions League before winning the league. Yeah.
Okay, crazy. Raja, you were
Oh,
saying?
my.
Come on, you Gunners.
Oh, my bold prediction is that Arsenal score yet another corner this week,
It'll be funny if
and
the shot.
and hopefully Tierney
Yeah,
gets a start versus Crystal Palace midweek.
it'll be
Hmm.
Oh
nice.
yeah,
Oh
we are
yeah, we're
playing Palace
So
twice in 3 days, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
One
yeah.
in the Carabao Cup and one in the league. Yeah.
Mhm.
we see
Uh,
Eddie Nketiah twice in 3 days.
I want to win the Carabao, honestly. It's been so long since we won it.
no,
Yeah.
I don't care about
Yeah.
Carabao. I want FA Cup or Champions
I
League.
don't. I won't like celebrate it a lot, but it would be nice
Uh,
to win it.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, we haven't
yeah,
won.
I know, man. You don't have to state me itself to be.
This
I
is
get
literally
it
what he said last week.
And this
exactly,
this
but
is my bold prediction. Shite
uh,
McNeil or ACL DCL will score.
I hope
any
both
more?
of them will score. Yeah.
This one.
And
Uh,
because Calvert-Lewin hasn't scored in like ages,
uh,
so it means he'll have to score against us. That's a given.
hmm. And I think Raja's boldest prediction is Liverpool are drawing against Fulham at Anfield.
I believe Raja.
I think it not too long ago Fulham has won at Anfield. They broke the run of
It
uh,
is fine. Oh,
unbeaten matches.
you're not genius. The prophet, that's it. It stays like that. He said it. Nobody say it. We have no clue how last season, last game week, I don't know how he said two draws, both draws lead.
I believe in Raja supremacy.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Too much pressure
Bro,
now.
they haven't beaten Liverpool in almost. Bro, they haven't beaten Liverpool in a long, long time.
Who's asking
Yeah, I
them to
mean,
beat
Fulham
Liverpool? You just drop. Make them
Draw,
drop
draw.
drop
points.
points. Yeah.
The
Make
last
them
time they
drop.
drew was in 2022.
They will. Calma.
There was one
Before
run
that,
of
the
Liverpool
last
went on
draw
some run.
came in 2013.
That time did Raja say something? No, nah. Raja said something. We'll talk about now. Okay. Okay, guys. Whoever are still remaining in the chat, thank you so much for staying till the very end. Thank you so much to the panelists Arush, Salman, Parth, and definitely Raja as well. Till we see you
Thank
guys
you, guys.
next Friday, hopefully at the same time, 8 o'clock itself, and not 8 o'clock?
8:30.
8:30,
8:30.
sorry, yeah. 8:30 IST and not 9:30 IST. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're on the world. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.